I bet you had days where things aren't working out. Like here, I'm trying my best to find the thing that works, and at the start, you might have seen that I was drawing something completely different, and of course, it was one of these days where things weren't really working out, which is okay, but yeah, that's what we will kinda talk about today and why I'm drawing this instead of the other thing. So grab a drink, get a little cozy, or if you want, draw something for yourself like I'm doing here today. And if you're new here, hi, I'm karo.lineart or Caro, and we just draw little cozy things, little weird things sometimes, cause why not? Life is short and we should just draw what we want, right? Anyways, a little side note, I'm trying out a new microphone, so I'm not really sure if there is any difference. I hope there is, but if there isn't, that's fine. And I hope it's not worse than it was before, but maybe if it is, it's not the microphone's fault, it's me, because you know, technicalities are not my strong suit, even though it's fun. I like to have some tech kinda look into world. What am I saying right now? Anyways, don't mind me, I'm starting to blabber, and that's the one thing that I am not that good at, but I will love to do. So yes, if you're new here, that's what I also do, but sometimes, occasionally, you can get some ASMR videos where I don't talk and you don't have to listen to me. You know, even if I am just talking with you guys, I do love hearing the noise of the drawing part, the ASMR part, the just sketching sounds or the marker sounds. But today I can't really give you that because when I was filming this, my neighbors were deciding to do something with their roof, so it was very loud, and I think it was the same with the last one, but that one was a little bit better, but this time it was crazy. So sadly I have no sound for that, and I'm super sad because I feel like for me it makes me more immersed into what I'm doing, or even I guess not what I'm doing, but when I'm watching something. And not to say that when I'm watching somebody else when they're drawing on video that it's annoying or not as immersive. I just like it for myself, you know? You know when you do something and you like it for yourself, but it doesn't matter if somebody else isn't doing it. Again, I'm rambling, but that's just how this video will be today. So let's get to the point of the video. Yeah, I was gonna draw red pandas with like a lemon theme in glasses. At least I thought I was. But once I was finished with the first one, I was looking at it, I was just not feeling the it. You know, when drawings have this nice feel to them when you're finished or when you're in the process, you just have a feeling or you feel a certain way, and I was looking at it and I had nothing, like no feelings, not even hate. I didn't hate it, you know. I wasn't mad at it, but there was nothing. So I was just staring at it and thinking, I don't know if I want to draw more of them because of this feeling that I'm not having. So I decided to just erase it, and somehow with that, I don't know, it is an opportunity for a new beginning, but also I was just feeling myself a lot and feeling sad in the moment. So I decided to channel those feelings instead. So I thought, you know, something blue would cheer me up, even though it's something that's associated with sadness or symbolizes sadness a little bit. I think blue is kind of the color for emotions and sadness. So that's what I wanted to go for. but also I wasn't really sure on what I wanted to draw because I wasn't feeling teary-eyed that I usually feel or want to draw when I'm sad, you know, my sad teary-eyed fishes or something like that. So I was a little bit stuck with this whole thing today, but somehow I decided I wanted to draw wings. And if you know me, I don't really like drawing wings, but I found this way where I enjoy experimenting with them. Basically, I want to find a way that they are really nice in their shape, and sometimes it's really hard to do because they have to look like wings, right? But also I want them to feel nice and flowy. So to me, I see them as a challenge now, and instead of approaching it in a hard way that I did before, where I was thinking like, oh, but I hate all the feathers and drawing every detail and just making me feel defeated, I am trying to approach it in a different way. So I really wanted to draw wings, and this is where we're at with 4 wings, or in this whole spread, I guess there's more than 4. But from that I decided that I wanted to draw a tiger, but then you're thinking probably this isn't a tiger, that looks like just a regular cat. And you are correct. I was trying to make it a little bit more unique in a way. So I was inspired from a tiger, but I still wanted something very cat-like. Obviously, tigers are cats, but you know, if you see what I'm doing here, you hopefully will get what I mean. But yeah, so I was just inspired by a lot of things today, and a lot of emotions, and just a lot of feelings, but also the process. Basically, what I'm saying is I did not know how I wanted this piece to end, or how it should look like at the end. But the more I was drawing it, the more I was adding the colors I wanted. I decided I wanted an airy feel to it, probably because I'm drawing wings, but I was just thinking something that reminds me of clouds or the sky. So that's the whole process that I was going through, and that's only in the process, you know. I didn't sat down, I didn't think about it the previous day, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes in my job I have to think about it more, like before I put the idea on the paper, it still needs to be pretty much finalized before, and I have a lot of notes in my note app that are super random because I just throw all my ideas there and see what I can come up with. Basically brainstorming with myself. But today I just could not do that because the lemon pandas were kinda one of those note app things, ideas. And as you could see, I did not do it. But that just shows that art can be so many things. Art is so fluent, and we can do what we want with it, you know. We can figure out the process beforehand, we can figure out the process after or while we're doing it. So I think art is super fun and just an amazing thing that we've created. So now we're on the second cat, and basically I drew the first one and I thought, who knows what's gonna happen, and I just thought, okay, let's try another one because I need to fill in space. But I didn't want to think about what exactly to draw there either, so I just kind of made them similar and just switched out the pose a little bit more. And I think this pose works better, especially since he has wings. I think I tried to make it look more like he's flying here than in the first one. I'm not sure what happened in the first one because I was still thinking that he's technically flying, but it almost seems like he's standing, but that was not my goal, so oops. But again, I was maybe not thinking, so that's what happened. But I think this one is really nice, and I love how I just experimented overall with these cats in this piece, because you will see that I'm doing some things very differently from what I usually do, which is also the way I finish the pieces is different, and maybe the way I draw is different as well. What I mean is that I will have more of a guideline underneath, especially with lines, and this is still very line art based. I'm not saying it's not, but definitely for me this was a different process. And it's weird to think about because maybe you guys don't really care, but also because it's such a thing that only you as an artist, the one who's making the work, notices more, and only others will notice after you've said it to them, you know? So I don't know. I think it's just a funky thought to be thinking right now. Anyways, if you also notice a little fun thing that I put into, and if you comment about it, I'll read it. I'll see if anybody gets it. And it's something to do with the sign that's in the middle, with the infinity sign. Just a hint. But yeah, I asked my boyfriend what it is, and he didn't get it, but like once you say it, it's super obvious. So I don't know. It's fun to play with these things. I don't know. But yeah, it was just such a calming experience drawing this, but also not. I don't know how to explain it. I just hope that you get it. If you get it, let me know. But for the second cat, I decided I wanted to go a little bit more darker with the theme, even though I think he kind of turned out the same way. But my idea was that his paw pad, I think that's how you say it, is white, and also the wings underneath are dark. For the first one, I didn't really think about the whole idea about the wings. I just thought I want the shapes to be nice, but here I thought more about the colors, and so I think here they read better, but in the first one I like the shapes more. But yeah, I thought this one could just be a little bit more darker, and that was the whole thought in my mind. I'm kind of going in a gradient way for these pieces, and I'm not really shifting or changing any colors. I did try for the first one to go with a purpley color for the stripes, but it still read more blue than purpley, and that's what I wanted to, but also it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to make it a bit darker, but then again, since I was doing a new thing, I was scared, I guess, that I will mess it up somehow, and so I didn't want to experiment too much, if you know what I mean. So I kept it to a minimum, and this is basically the result. I really hope you enjoyed them, these little guys. I hope I can do something with them in the future. And I also hope that you got whatever I was saying in this whole video, because this one was really rambly and I like it, but also it's not just rambling, but it's just random, which is fine because it's me, you know, and I just want you to feel welcomed and we're just having a little chat. But yeah, I ended up adding little stars or freckles that would mean that they're stars, or what's the word for it? I don't know. And for the wings, I really wanted to add something, but when I was adding these lines, I realized that it would work better digitally. I want to add some bit of a not a glitch, what is it? I forgot the words, but something so that it's a bit more angelic. I don't know. But yeah, and I finished them off with a normal black marker, which is crazy because usually I do it with the purple one, but today I decided to have a little bit of a different theme. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you next time. Bye!
Hold me tightly like I was there and whisper softly in your ear that everything is gonna be alright.